The Delhi prelims result was out today, and the cutoff as it is, it has gone to 120. I was expecting this, and I had announced in my classes also that anyone who has got 120 or more than 120 must start the preparations for the mains immediately. The reason was that the paper was a bit twisted. It was not very difficult, but again the questions were having very close choices, and then questions were framed in a manner so as to make it a bit difficult. So what I had anticipated, that has happened. Now let's come out of the prelims. Now the point is that the date for the mains as announced is the 9th and 10th of February. Now that is too less a time. I have calculated from tomorrow morning onwards, you have got 22 days, out of which the last 2 days you have to keep separate. Means 7th and 8th of February you have to keep separate, because 9th and 10th you have the exam, so the final revision work has to be done on the 7th and 8th only. So you have got time till the 6th of February, and starting from the 18th of January till the 6th of February you have got 20 days. So the big question is how to prepare. Another big question is, many of you who are already taking the UP mains, now they seem like it appears to them that they are stuck up, but let me tell you, you are not stuck up. Then some of you are taking UP and Bihar also, and then you have qualified the Delhi prelims as well. So there are 3 mains in a row. First the UP mains, then the Delhi mains, and then after that, after 9-10 days, you have got Bihar mains. So the first question that comes to the mind is as to which of these mains you should take. Now let me tell you from my experience and my own personal prudence that you must take all these 3. First of all, you focus upon UP mains, go for UP mains, prepare the law papers and the local acts and the English language GK very properly, as you are already doing, and go and take the UP mains. Don't think about the Delhi mains before that, because you see it is a golden opportunity, no? More than 100 seats in Delhi, in the general category 300 seats in and 300 plus I believe in UP, and then similarly so many seats in Bihar. So if you take all these 3 mains, then you are fighting for 1 seat out of around how much in the general category, if I tell you. So 300 plus 112, that is 412, and then I don't remember exactly how many seats are there in Bihar, but it is always obviously 100 plus. So that ways you are fighting for 1 seat out of around 600 seats. But if you take only one of them, so the number of seats for which you are fighting, out of which you are fighting, gets reduced. So go for all these, first suggestion. But you have to be very, very calculated, and you have to hold your nerves very tightly. First, go for UP mains, prepare it as well as you can. Don't think about the Delhi mains right now. Once you have taken the UP mains and you come back home, wherever you are, say on the 2nd of February, because 1st is the last exam. So if you come by flight, you will come on the 1st, but otherwise normally you will come by train. So that will be the 2nd of February. From the 2nd of February, so you have got say half the day of 2nd of February, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So that is 4.5 to 5 days which you get for the Delhi mains. But you must keep in mind that by the time you have already completed a major portion of your syllabus for the UP mains. The only 2 extra laws that you will have to read for Delhi are Limitation Act and then this Delhi Rent Control. Plus a bit of change of approach has to be done. Now I'll tell you the difference. the theoretical questions which are asked in UP and then also in Bihar and Delhi, they have the same pattern of writing. So if you prepare well for UP mains, so theoretical part will not be a problem. The conceptual part, whether it is theory or whether it is application based questions, the concepts will have already been revised. So what you have to do extra for Delhi mains after the UP mains is, number one, you have to prepare your Delhi rent control, which can be very well done in say 10-12 hours or maybe 2 days you can say. If you are working 8 hours a day, so 2 days will be good enough for Delhi rent control. Limitation Act can be prepared within 6-7 hours if you have read it once in the past. So you can devote 2 full days to Delhi Rent Control and Limitation Act out of those 5 days that you have got after the 1st of February. So that way 3 days are remaining in which you can go for a complete revision. And these initial 2 days that I told you for Delhi Rent Control and Limitation, there also you don't have to give full 16 hours. You give 8 hours a day, you will be able to complete Delhi Rent Control and the Limitation Act. If you have read it from before, earlier you have read it, so that makes the work easier for you. What you can do is, from the second itself, you can start revising your notes. Obviously, for the UP I had guided you that you have to make your synopsis, the points. So you already have the points, and those of you who are taking only the Delhi main, so you can see my earlier video, and there I have told you how to prepare the points for the mains. So you can take reference from there. Now once you have completed your points making before the UP mains, if you are taking UP, if you are not taking UP, then also, if you are taking only Delhi, then also you have to do the same. So by the 1st or 2nd of February, you have to get over with the points making, and for that I told you that you can refer to my earlier video. Then you have to prepare DRC and Delhi Rent Control and Limitation Act. That you can do in 8 hours, 9 hours a day. 2 days will be sufficient for that. Remaining time, starting from the 2nd only, you start revising your law paper. And sometime 2 hours you start giving for English and GK also. So when you start revising your law paper, the approach becomes slightly different. You have to revise everything on the theoretical pattern only, but certain important areas. Now, if you have been my student, you will be knowing what are the complicated and important areas. So those important areas, you start thinking from the perspective of application-based questions. You can see the last 2-3 years paper of the Delhi Judiciary. That will take hardly 1 or 2 hours to peruse through. And then you can, when you revise the important topics, bigger topics, the more difficult topics, then you can always think about it in a conceptual framework with say an attitude that if they ask you an application based question, a problem based question, then you will be able to, how will you be able to solve it? So 2-3 years previous year's paper if you see, and then after that when you revise, so your approach changes slightly. This time you are not revising for theoretical papers, questions, you are revising for application based questions. So that approach will prepare you for theoretical questions also, and the same approach will prepare you for application based, problem based questions also. Then what I can suggest is, from the 3rd or 4th onwards, you have got 2-3 days up till the 6th. You can collect the current cases of the Honorable Delhi High Court and some cases of the Honorable Supreme Court, which you can, I will suggest, no, don't read too many, that is only for practice. So read say 15-20 cases, read the facts of the case on different subjects, and then you read the head notes, because reading the entire case that time you do not have, and try to make a framework of mind as to what is the decision in that case, why the decision means, what is the reasoning behind that. So that will prepare you for those application-based questions, which I believe already you have been doing in the past, but that is just a finalization of it. So once you have read some case laws, I will not suggest too many, 20 ke aspas, around 20 or 25 you can try to read in those 3 days, and that too not the whole day, say 3-4 hours a day. So you can divide your third or maybe fourth, fifth and sixth into 2-3 parts. One part goes for the general revision of the syllabus, which you will have already prepared for the UP, so that will not take much time. While revising, you will go for application-based perceptions, how to solve the problem-based questions. Then the second part of the day will go to reading the cases, the current cases. And that is not to be cited in the exam unless it is a landmark judgment. You just have to read it, read the facts in details, try to solve it yourself, what will be your decision and what will be the reasoning, and then read the head notes and see what reasoning the court has given. And then, if needed, you go into the detailed paragraph, relevant paragraphs of the case, if required. So this is the second part of your day. The third part will be obviously GK. Now, if you are taking the UP mains, obviously your GK will have been prepared by then. So some additions you can make because the GK pattern of UP and Delhi is almost the same. And the fourth part you will give to practicing Pressy writing, translation and essay writing. So essay, Pressy and translation is also the same as in UP. So that does not make much of a difference. You can go for a bit of brushing up and then you can go for preparing one or two more topics for Delhi. So broadly, this is how I understand that not taking the UP mains simply because you have to take the Delhi mains, that is not advisable at all. You see, you have got a golden opportunity. There are hundreds of seats right now in front of you. So don't panic and don't start taking haywire kind of decisions. Take your UP mains properly. Plan out those 5 remaining days how you will do it. And then the last day, that is the 7th, you can revise your entire thing that you have done. 8th, you revise for the paper that is to be held on the 9th. And 9th, you revise for the paper that is to be held on the 10th. And thereafter, a similar process you can follow for the Bihar mains. By that time, if you have taken already UP and Delhi, so now comes the Bihar mains. So whatever extra subjects are there in Bihar, I think science is there and then some optional subjects may be extra. So that you can prepare for Bihar. For that you have got around 8-9 days, so that will be sufficient enough to prepare. Because as far as constitution is concerned, if you have opted for constitution, so that you will already have prepared for UP, so that will not be a big problem if you have opted for constitution in Bihar. Or else, if you have gone for commercial law, then maybe company law, etc., you will have to prepare. So that will not take much of a time. So don't panic. Those of you who have cleared UP, Bihar and Delhi, all the prelims, it is a golden opportunity for you. Please, my personal suggestion, go for all. Hold your nerves. Because right now, success will come to only those persons who are able to hold their nerves and who are able to avoid any kind of panic. Don't take too much of suggestions from people. Just decide for yourself. Decide kya karna hai. What do you have to decide? I will take UP, so I am already preparing for UP. The detailed video regarding that I had already uploaded. Now after that you have got around 5-6 days in which you have to prepare for Delhi. So don't believe that you are unprepared for Delhi because you have already taken the UP mains. So you know your mistakes. After having written the mains, you know your mistakes. So you can improve upon that before taking the Delhi mains. Number 2, in 5-6 days, you can always go for preparing the extra areas for Delhi. And I'll suggest that both for UP and Delhi, and obviously for Bihar also, your language and GK paper, these are a key. So don't try to ignore them. Give them a good weightage of time and devotion. Law obviously is important, but don't miss out upon language and GK paper, because that is going to give you a complete edge over the others if you are able to score well in these two areas. If you are my student, you can always collect the material from the office here, like we have already given to you. So there is no need to collect any further material, excepting that those cases for Delhi mains. So the Delhi the Delhi High Court judgments, some of them, and the Supreme Court judgment, some of them. That extra thing you can collect from the office, otherwise nothing more. And उसके लिए आपको भागने की जरूरत नहीं है अभी पहले अपने यूपी पे फोकस करो. Many of you may feel that UP may I'll be giving, preparing those local acts, but don't forget that Delhi Rent Control has a semblance with the Revenue Act or Rent Act of UP. So if you prepare it for UP, so almost a similar act you have got in the form of Delhi Rent Control. The essence and the policy, etc. is the same. So don't believe that the extra time you are giving to the UP local acts and the Zamindari abolition, that is going to cost you in the Delhi mains. No. You have got 6 days. In fact, actually you have got 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. So 5 days you have got. 7th, 8th I am discarding because that you have to use for revision. तो इतने दिनों में तो आराम से कर लोगे. जिसके पास मेटल है, जिसके पास नर्व्स होल्ड करने की कैपेसिटी है, इस सिचुएशन में वही एग्जाम निकालेगा. जो पैनिक्ड हो रहा है, इवन इफ यू आर अ फर्स्ट टाइमर, यू हैव टू होल्ड योर नर्व्स. जो पैनिक्ड हो रहा है, जो ज़्यादा सजेशंस के चक्कर में भाग रहा है, जो मटेरियल के चक्कर में भाग रहा है, पहली बात तो आप ध्यान रखिएगा कि यू डोंट हैव टाइम. You don't have time to read this much of material. Pick up one source, whatever source. If you are my student, you have got my class copies. If you are not my student, then you have got your own notes wherever you have prepared it from. So those notes should be your source, should be your basis. Prepare on the basis of that only. And after the UP, you take Delhi. After the Delhi, you take the Bihar exam. And then in the meantime, you have got the MP prelims also. So if you have taken these many mains, obviously for the prelims you are ready. So you don't have to do anything extra for the prelims. So that ways. And then after that you have got Rajasthan and many more exams coming. So आपको पैनिक होने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आपको दुखी होने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. आप यूपी मेंस दीजिए, फुल फ्लेजेड तैयारी करके दीजिए जितना आप कर सकते हो. उसके बाद दिल्ली के लिए इम्प्रोवाइजेशन करिए 5-6 दिनों में, दिल्ली का देकर आइए. फिर उसके बाद अगर बिहार भी देना है तो बिहार के लिए इम्प्रोवाइजेशन करिए, बिहार देकर आइए. उसके बाद एक देयर इज अ सीरीज ऑफ अदर एग्जाम्स. फाइन. नाउ टुडे आई डोंट हैव मच टाइम टू डिस्कस एनीथिंग मोर. The reason being that it is already 12 o'clock. I have got my class in the morning and in the evening I had to study, so I took that time to study also. So today I am telling you only this much. Some other day I will discuss a bit of paper, how to attempt the paper of Delhi, and then how to allocate your time and the number of words to the various questions. So that obviously I will be doing on some other day. But right now my point was to put this video immediately so that you can at least hold your nerves, so that you are able to control your nerves. And that is why I just put a small video today. And those of you who have not cleared the Delhi prelims, no need to panic about it. Because the kind of paper they had given, the paper was meant for primarily those people who have already prepared for the mains, and then they are taking the prelims. Because the paper was very conceptual. Not all the questions, but most of them. So don't need to panic about it. You have got the next MP prelims, and then Chhattisgarh notification is out, Gujarat notification is out. You have got so many other exams in the row. Rajasthan will be out, the Uttarakhand notification is out, but the dates will come. So that means I have got many exams in the row. Chhattisgarh, I told you, is out. So don't need to worry. You will 100% get through this year only if you just hold your nerves and don't give up. आपका यूपी में नहीं हुआ कोई बात नहीं, आपका बिहार में नहीं हुआ कोई बात नहीं, आपका दिल्ली में नहीं हुआ कोई बात नहीं, अभी और भी तो एग्ज़ाम्स हैं। तो अपनी तैयारी करते रहो, और जिस एग्ज़ाम में नहीं हुआ उसमें आपका क्यों नहीं हुआ इस पे ज़रूर चिंतन करें आप, कि मेरा उस एग्ज़ाम में क्यों नहीं हुआ, मुझ में क्या कमी रह गई थी, what was lacking in me. And then for the next exam you improvise. Make your studies more rigorous. Make your studies more pinpointed. You will certainly clear the exams. There are so many exams this year. Don't give up, please. Don't give up. I know the realities. The reality is that one who can hold his nerves and can continue working will certainly get success. But one who deviates because of panic, because of some setbacks, will not get through. Fine? So, take care, and God bless you. Be a strong person, and just hold yourself. Just hold yourselves. Planning करो, planning के हिसाब से पढ़ाई करो. Some other day I will be putting a more detailed video regarding the answer pattern and all that. So God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.